What if one of the greatest discoveries in human history was already hiding inside our own solar system? Not on Mars, not on a distant exoplanet orbiting another star, but beneath the frozen surface of a moon orbiting Jupiter, a world covered in ice, silent, dark, seemingly lifeless. And yet, scientists believe that beneath that frozen shell, there may be an enormous ocean, a hidden ocean, possibly containing more water than all of Earth's oceans combined. And somewhere in that darkness, there may already be life. Its name is Europa, one of Jupiter's largest moons, and perhaps one of the most important worlds humanity has ever discovered. At first glance, Europa does not look extraordinary. From far away, it appears cold and empty. Its surface is smooth, pale, and cracked by long dark lines stretching across the ice like scars. No forests, no clouds, no visible oceans, no atmosphere humans could breathe. Nothing that resembles life. And yet, that frozen surface may be hiding an entire world beneath it. Because Europa is not just ice. It is a shell. And below that shell, there may be a global liquid ocean, an ocean hidden beneath kilometers of frozen crust, completely isolated from sunlight, completely hidden from direct observation. And that changes everything, because wherever humanity finds liquid water, the possibility of life follows. But this immediately creates a mystery. How can a moon so far from the sun contain liquid water at all? Jupiter is nearly 5 times farther from the sun than Earth. At that distance, sunlight is weak. Temperatures are brutal. Europa's surface can drop below minus 160 degrees Celsius, cold enough to freeze almost anything solid. So why hasn't Europa frozen completely? The answer begins with gravity. And gravity, once again, is shaping an entire world. Europa orbits around Jupiter alongside several other massive moons, Io, Ganymede, Callisto. Together, they form a gravitational system locked in an endless orbital dance, and Europa is trapped inside it. As Europa moves around Jupiter, the giant planet's gravity constantly pulls on the moon, stretching it, compressing it, bending it and turning it, again and again and again. This process is called tidal heating, and although it happens silently, its consequences may be enormous. Because when Europa flexes internally, friction builds inside the moon, and friction creates heat, not surface heat from sunlight, but internal heat. Heat generated deep beneath the crust, enough heat to keep a massive ocean liquid under the ice. And suddenly, Europa becomes something very different, not just a frozen moon, but a hidden ocean world. And that is where the real tension begins, because on Earth, liquid water and life seem deeply connected. Wherever we look on our planet, water supports biology, even in the harshest places imaginable, deep beneath the ocean floor, inside Antarctic ice, in acidic lakes, near volcanic vents, in total darkness. Life survives, life adapts, and that forces scientists to ask a dangerous question. If life can survive in darkness on Earth, then why not on Europa? And the deeper we explore that question, the stranger things become. Because Europa may not simply contain water. It may also contain energy, chemical reactions, possibly even hydrothermal vents beneath the ocean floor. And that detail matters more than most people realize. On Earth, hydrothermal vents support entire ecosystems at the bottom of the oceans, places where sunlight never reaches, places powered entirely by heat and chemistry from within the Earth. Microorganisms thrive there. Complex biological systems survive there. Without sunlight, without blue skies, without anything remotely resembling the surface world we know. And if similar vents exist beneath Europa's ocean, then conditions for life may already exist there. Right now. At this very moment, hidden beneath kilometers of ice. And suddenly, Europa no longer feels like a distant moon. It feels like a possibility, a real possibility. But then another question appears. If Europa is so promising, Why haven't we explored it properly yet? And this is where the scale of the challenge becomes clear. Europa is hostile, extremely hostile, not because of its ocean, but because of what surrounds it. Jupiter possesses one of the strongest magnetic fields in the solar system, an enormous invisible structure trapping radiation around the giant planet. Europa orbits directly inside this environment. Radiation constantly bombards the moon's surface. The levels are so extreme that an unprotected human near Europa would not survive long. Even spacecraft struggle there. Electronics degrade, systems become vulnerable, radiation becomes a constant enemy. And this creates a strange contradiction. Europa may contain one of the best environments for alien life in the solar system, while simultaneously being one of the worst environments for humans. And maybe that contradiction tells us something important. Because life in the universe may not exist in places comfortable for us. It may survive in darkness, under ice, beneath oceans, far away from sunlight and blue skies. And if that is true, then our entire understanding of habitable worlds may be incomplete. For decades, humanity searched mostly for Earth-like planets, rocky worlds, mild temperatures, liquid water on the surface, a breathable atmosphere. But Europa changes the conversation completely, because Europa suggests something profound. A world does not need to look like Earth to potentially support life. The surface can be frozen, the sky can be black, the environment can be hostile. And still, beneath everything, an ecosystem may exist. And if that idea is correct, then ocean worlds may be common throughout the universe. Hidden oceans beneath ice-covered moons, entire ecosystems buried beneath frozen shells, invisible from space. And that possibility is both exciting and unsettling. Because if hidden oceans are common, then life itself may be far more common than we imagined. But there is another layer to this story, a deeper one. Because even now, we still do not know what lies beneath Europa's ice. Everything we believe comes from indirect evidence, surface observations, magnetic data, orbital measurements, scientific models. We have never drilled through Europa's crust. We have never touched the ocean directly. We have never sent a submarine beneath the ice. Which means Europa is still a mystery, a giant unanswered question orbiting Jupiter. And humans are finally preparing to investigate it. Right now, a spacecraft is traveling toward Jupiter, Europa Clipper, a mission designed specifically to study this frozen moon. And what makes this mission so powerful is not just the technology, it is the purpose. Humanity is sending a machine across the solar system to investigate whether another world may be capable of supporting life. That is extraordinary. Europa Clipper is expected to arrive around the early 2030s. Instead of landing immediately, it will repeatedly fly past Europa, scanning the ice, measuring the magnetic field, analyzing the chemistry of the surface, searching for signs of the hidden ocean below, trying to answer one question: is Europa truly habitable? And perhaps even more importantly, does life already exist there? But this is where the tension becomes almost unbearable. Because if the answer is yes, everything changes. If Europa contains life, even microscopic life, then Earth is no longer unique. Life would no longer appear to be a single accident in one isolated world. Instead, biology itself may emerge naturally under the right conditions, again and again, across different worlds, across different oceans, across the universe. And that possibility completely transforms humanity's place in the cosmos. Because for all of human history, every known living organism has come from Earth. Every civilization, every animal, every plant, every bacterium, every human being, all connected to one single world, one single origin. But Europa offers another possibility, a second origin, a second experiment in biology. And if life emerged independently beneath Europa's ice, And perhaps the universe has been alive all along, quietly, hidden beneath frozen crusts, beneath oceans, beneath clouds and atmospheres, waiting for civilizations like ours to notice. But what if Europa is empty? What if the ocean exists but nothing lives there? That possibility matters too, because it would suggest something very different. It would suggest that life is extremely rare, that even with water, energy, and chemistry, biology may almost never begin. And that possibility is equally profound. Either answer changes humanity forever. Either answer reshapes our understanding of life in the universe. And perhaps that is why Europa feels so important. Not because we expect giant alien creatures beneath the ice, not because we expect cities or civilizations, but because Europa sits at the edge of one of the greatest questions ever asked. Are we alone? And somewhere beneath that frozen crust, the answer may already exist. But Europa also forces us to confront something uncomfortable: how little we truly know about our own solar system. Because despite all our technology, despite satellites, probes, telescopes, and space missions, we still do not fully understand what lies beneath the surface of a moon orbiting Jupiter. An ocean may exist there right now, and we cannot see it directly. An entire ecosystem may already be alive beneath the ice, and humanity would not yet know. That realization is humbling, because it reminds us that the solar system is still filled with mystery, still filled with hidden worlds, still filled with unanswered questions. And perhaps that is the most beautiful part of exploration. Not certainty, but discovery. The realization that the universe is still capable of surprising us. Europa feels almost symbolic in that sense: a frozen surface hiding a hidden ocean, a silent exterior hiding possibility, a distant moon hiding one of the biggest scientific questions humanity has ever faced. And maybe that is why people are so fascinated by it. Because Europa represents hope. Not hope for colonization, not hope for escape, but hope that life itself may not be isolated to Earth. Hope that biology may emerge wherever conditions allow. Hope that the universe may not be empty, after all. And somewhere beneath that ice, far away from sunlight, far away from Earth, there may already be something alive. Tiny organisms drifting through dark alien water, living near hydrothermal vents, completely unaware that another civilization is searching for them across the void of space. And maybe one day, humanity will finally reach that hidden ocean. Maybe one day, we will drill through the ice. Maybe one day, we will send machines beneath the surface. And maybe, for the first time in history, we will discover life that did not come from Earth. If that happens, it will not simply be another scientific discovery. It will change humanity forever. Because at that moment, the universe would no longer feel silent, and Europa, the frozen moon orbiting Jupiter, would become the place where everything changed.